Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be testing another brush set from Aliexpress. Now this brush set is a little bit more expensive than the last one. The last one was £7.50 and this one is £10. I mean, it's not that expensive when you think about like Sigma or Zoeva or all of these brush companies that charge like £90 to £100 for a brush set. Plus you get 15 brushes altogether in the set, so that is absolutely amazing value. But of course, it would only be amazing value if the brushes actually work. So if you want to see me testing my full face or doing my full face testing these new brushes, then definitely keep on watching. Okay guys, so I seem to have come down with a cold or something. I'm feeling very blocked up and I keep sneezing, so I'm sorry if my eyes are red and watery today and my nose is all red and blocked and I'm a mess today, but I really want to film this video for you guys. So we're going to start with, of course, primer and color correction. So I'm going to start with the New Look Mattifying Makeup Primer. Now I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C13 to color correct my scars. My skin scars so easy, guys, which is why I have so many scars. My spots don't ever just go away, they always scar. I might as well use this concealer as foundation because I literally put it everywhere. And then for foundation today, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Foundation in the shade Caramel. I got two more new ones because I ran out of my old one. And I got this from Feel Unique for £4.99, which is half price. But I think that sale has ended now. And then I checked, it was £6.99 now. So I'm going to pump it straight onto my face. Okay, so once you get the brushes, this is what it comes in, just like a plastic baggie, and each brush has their own individual wrapping plastic thing, and then the big face brushes have like brush guards. I'm gonna test as many as we can today. Wow, I am sick. It also comes with a little face sponge, but I'm not gonna use that. But it's a nice little added touch. So to blend the foundation, I'm gonna take this flat top buffing brush. I'm just giving it my own names. It's got a flat top and I would use it for buffing. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use to blend in this foundation. I absolutely love this Maybelline foundation. The coverage is amazing. The colour could be better. I mean, it is very, very orange on me. Once I get my concealer and everything on, it kind of balances it out. But so far, the brush feels amazing. It's not pokey at all. It's really, really soft and smooth. So as you can see, even though I absolutely love this foundation, it's really orange. But so far, this brush is a plus. I feel like it got it done super fast because it's bigger than the usual flat top brush in my opinion. So here's my regular flat top brush, and then here is this one. It's just ever so, it's shorter, but it's ever so slightly bigger as well. But yeah, I'm loving this brush so far. I can definitely see myself using this every day. Okay, so now I'm going to see what they have for eyebrows. They have one angled brush which looks like this, so I'm going to use that for my eyebrows. I'm only going to show you guys like one brow or something because brows take forever. Also, I forgot to say this foundation brush didn't shed at all, which is amazing for like first use, because usually they do shed a couple of hairs on the first use, but I didn't get any shedding with this brush. So I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution Pro HD Brow Kit, and I'm going to take this shade down here, which is like a brow pomade tinted brow gel type of thing. And so far I'm liking the look of this brush because it looks super thin and precise. So let's try and do these brows. I do wish it was a little bit more firm, but it's definitely getting the job done. Okay, so I absolutely love that so far. It went on super quick. It was super easy. It's not messy at all. Okay, so as it stands, I really do like how this brow has turned out. It was really quick and easy. I will need to go underneath and clean up with concealer as usual, but I'm gonna go do my other eye off camera quickly and I'll be right back. Okay guys, you know what? I'm not mad at this eyebrow brush. It did its job. I just prefer my everyday eyebrow brush. You know when you're used to something? I'm not quite sure if it's because my usual eyebrow brush is broken in and I'm just used to it. But this is a decent eyebrow brush. I mean, you wouldn't struggle using it. So yeah, definitely a great addition to the set. Now let's go ahead and move on to eyeshadow. I'm going to quickly prime my eyes using the Tarte Lid Lock eyeshadow base. So now we're all primed and ready to go. I'm going to go in with a brand new palette that I received from Morphe recently. I did get a PR package from Morphe and I will be filming a unboxing after I film this video. So definitely keep your eyes out for that video. But today I'm going to be using this palette because I hadn't actually heard of this palette until I received it in PR. It's the 35R palette, and today I'm going for like a very natural look because later I'm trying a blonde wig. So I don't want nothing too crazy makeup wise to tear away from the hair, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So So as you can see, you get half the palette of matte and then you get half the palette of like shimmer. I'm guessing, actually no, these two shades here are shimmery, but the rest of the shadows on this section are matte, and then you get 3 rows of shimmer. And of course this palette is very neutral, browns and golds basically, so that is what I'm gonna go for today. So for eyeshadow, you do get quite a few brushes in this set. You get 2 big fluffy blending brushes which look like that. They look pretty long, you know, compared to what I'm used to, but hopefully they'll still work. Then you get this angled fluffy brush, which would be pretty good for the outer V. Then you get a flat top brush like this, which I'm not quite sure what people use these things for. Maybe eyeliner. And then you get a fluffy kind of round flat brush. Then you get a small blending brush, which would be really good for like the outer V once again, or under the lower lash line. Then you get a tapered small, what do they call these brushes? Not blending brushes, what is it called? I'm not quite sure what it's called, but this would be gorgeous for like the inner corner or lower lash line once again. And then last but not least, you get this humongous blending brush, which would be really good to like prime your eyes. What I'm gonna do first is take one of the big blending brushes, and I'm gonna start with like this shade here, putting this into the crease as a transition. Okay, so this is a lot deeper than I thought it would be. It is a warm tone brown, or like a neutral tone brown. Oh wow. Woo. So far this brush is blending beautifully. It is not pokey at all, and it's not shed on my eyes at all. It looks really, really good. I'm actually really liking this Morphe palette. These mattes are different to what I remember Morphe mattes being like. I don't remember the Morphe browns being this pigmented. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is this one down here. I must admit, like looking at them and trying to pick them, they look very similar. I understand it's a neutral palette, so that's why they've thrown tons of browns and stuff, but I'm like, this is very similar to this, and they're all really similar colors. But I'm going to go in with this one down here, and I'm also going to put this into the crease to deepen it up. Wow, I like that color. This is more warm tone actually. The last brown was like a neutral brown. This is definitely a bit more warm. I need to calm down actually, because I remember I said I'm going for a neutral, not too much look today. So I think this might be the last color that I'm using from the mattes. I don't know guys, because I've never been blonde before, I really don't know what goes with blonde hair, which is why I'm trying to go as slowly as possible and like not do too much. Of course the blonde video will be out very soon. I'm filming a lot today. So I've just cleaned off my brush. Now I'm just going to diffuse the edges right into the crease. Okay, so far for 2 eyeshadow colors, I really like the pigmentation. I really like how these mattes blend. I really like this palette so far. So what we're gonna do now is pick a shimmer shade, and I think I'm gonna go in with this gorgeous yellow right here. Once again, there are tons of similar shades. Like these 2 shades at the bottom are basically the same. They're both like a greeny gold. Let me swatch them on my finger so we can see if there's any different. Oh, they're so pigmented. Okay, so on the finger there's a little bit of a difference. Of course this one is a little bit deeper than the first one, but look at that pigmentation guys. I did the smallest swatch. So what I'm gonna do is use this color right here, which looks like that. Oh, that's gorgeous, look at that. So I'm gonna take the small fluffy flat brush for the shimmer shade, so it picks up really well on the brush. I'm gonna try it dry, just guys, this is dry. I'm sorry, let me close my mouth. Whoa. Guys, you need this 35R palette. If you are into natural neutral colors everyday type of looks, wow, this palette is amazing. And now I feel like because my lid is so intense, I'm gonna have to use a darker color on the outer V just to kind of match it. By the way, I'm just taking my previous brush, no extra product, just blend in to make sure it's all diffused. So now I'm gonna take this small little kind of pointed brush, and I'm gonna use, let's go in with like this shade here, which is a deep dark brown. And I'm literally just gonna put a little bit of that on the outer V just to make it a bit deeper. And then I'm gonna go in with my first brush and diffuse it. So for my inner corner, I'm gonna take this shade up here, which is kind of like a peachy champagne color. Don't know if it will be light enough. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, by the way, I'm using the small pointed brush. All the brushes are performing really, really well so far, guys. None of them have poked my eyes. Okay, so here we have the final eye look. I'm gonna go off camera quickly, do my eyeliner, put my lashes on, and then I'll come back so we can move on to like concealer, powder, all of that jazz. Okay, guys, and I'm back. So here we have the finished eyes. I'm gonna, well, minus the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with concealer now, and I'm gonna take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C12. Now, I have already gone through a tube of this, so I'm currently opening a new one. Oh my god, it feels so much better now it's new. Okay, now to blend the concealer in, I'm going to go in with this small kind of domed brush. I'm guessing it's for concealer, but I'm going to use it for that anyway. And I'm just going to start patting that in. I feel like this will take longer than using a sponge, because of the size of this thing. Maybe this would be good for, you know, setting the area, but actually to blend in the concealer takes a little bit longer. I mean, it has still blended in flawlessly, but I feel like it would have been quicker to use a sponge. And there's no noticeable and there's no noticeable brush strokes, so that's good. It's just taking a long time. But yeah, guys, what do you think of that? I think that blended really nice. There's no patchiness, there's no brush strokes. It's kept a lot of the coverage. And when I go into these reviews, I always think like, if someone just brought this brush set to do their whole face, would this be suitable, or would they find themselves reaching for something else? But yeah, this definitely gets the job done. Like I said, a little bit longer than a sponge, but it works. So now I'm gonna take my Sacha Buttercup Light Powder, which is available at Superdrug. I'm going to take that on the same brush and just lightly set the area. I'm not going to set it too much because, like I said, it is a matte concealer and I already have a mattifying primer, so I think that's enough matteness for today, especially here because I crease a lot around the sides of my mouth because I talk so much. My nose also tends to get really, really oily throughout the day, so I put extra powder there. Perfect. Okay, so I really like this brush. Another great brush in the set. So now I'm going to take the big fluffy powder brush. This is the biggest brush out of the set. Let me kind of just make sure it's fluffed out. So yeah, that is what it looks like, nice and big. I'm going to take a dab of that Sacha powder and just run it underneath my jaw to set the foundation there. And then now I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark, and I'm just going to set everywhere I didn't put the concealer first. And now I'm just going to go in and buff everything away. All of the extra powder. This brush is super soft. I keep forgetting to tell you guys about the brush because I'm like obsessed. I'm not noticing anything different to my usual brushes. It's super, super soft and it's really quite densely packed, so it's getting the job done. Like there's a lot of bristles in this brush, which is amazing. So these are the only two face powders. These are the only two face brushes left. So you have like I would use this as bronzer because it's kind of like a really good shape to get into that area. You can use it for bronzer and contour because you could turn it on its side and get a really defined line. And then this I would use for blush. And size wise, compared to the powder brush, of course it is slightly smaller, but it is still really densely packed with bristles. So I think it will be really good for bronzer. By the way, every single face brush comes with their own brush guard, so after you wash it you can put it back in the brush guard to shape the brush, or even like put it in there to stop dust and bacteria and everything getting into your brushes, so love that. Of course guys, I'm going to be taking my Sunkissed Giant Bronzer in the shade Medium. Oh, I picked up a lot. This brush picks up a lot, you don't need a lot. And just begin. It picks up a lot. It picks up a lot. I think because it's so densely packed, it just picks up so much product. But I'm not hating it. I've got a really good bronze today. I've been in the sun, girl. I mean, for a 10 quid brush set, I look pretty decent, I think. So now I'm going to go in with my Ultra Pro HD Powder Contour from Makeup Revolution and take this shade, of course. And I'm just going to take a little bit this time and just run that right underneath the contour. Wow. My contour snatched today. Then I'm going to take the powder brush and just diffuse everything to make sure it is all blended. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take the Morphe palette again and use those same browns underneath my lower lash line. And I'm going to blow this one, you know, quite out. And then I'm just going to take the first brush that I used. I think this might be a bit too big for what I'm trying to do, but I'm just going to blend everything together. So I've just reapplied my lip balm, and I always get asked what I use. It is the Dr. Paw Tinted Ultimate Red Balm. I think you can get it in Superdrug or Boots. It's like £6 or something, but it's lasted me ages. You get so much in here, 25 milliliters, and you need the smallest amount. Like I took literally a pea size amount to spread on my lips. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the blush brush, which is the angled blush brush. It's not as fully packed with bristles as the powder and bronzer brush, but it's definitely decent sized. And I'm gonna take my Primark blusher in the shade Muscovado, which I always use. It's a gorgeous peachy color. Just gonna take a little bit of that and diffuse it on my cheeks. Not too much because, like I said, I'm going blonde today, so I don't really know what to expect. Oh, I really like this brush. It's diffused the product really, really well. It fits into that area beautifully, and it picked up more than enough product. So what I'm gonna try do is clean off the concealer brush on a piece of tissue as much as possible, and then try highlight with this. Okay, so I've cleaned off the brush as much as possible. I'm gonna take a dab of Champagne Pop from Becca. I haven't used this in ages, and I paid like £42 for it, girl, so I'm gonna use it today. Just gonna take the smallest amount because I know this is super pigmented, and put it. Too much. Just diffuse that here. I knew it would work perfect for highlight. I hate when I get these spots under the skin, like they're so annoying because the drying lotion doesn't work on it because they haven't come through yet, so it doesn't need to dry out. They're just sitting there under the skin. It's so annoying. So yeah, that is the highlighter. I definitely feel like I would have got a more precise application using like a fan brush or something, but it definitely applies the product. So like I said, if you did just have this brush set to do your face, it is achievable. Okay guys, so I think that is the face more or less complete. All I have to do is like waterline, eyeliner, bottom lash mascara, and of course lipstick, but that doesn't involve any brushes. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the brushes that I didn't manage to use today. It's majority eye brushes. I did use all of the face brushes that come in the set. So the ones that I didn't use is this one, and I should have used it for eyeshadow primer, but I wasn't sure if I would need it for something else later, so I didn't want to get it like dirty with eyeshadow primer. Then you have the angled fluffy eyeshadow brush, which once again you can use for the outer V. That would be really good. Then you have this flat top brush, which like I said is probably for eyeliner, but I like to use liquid eyeliner. This would be good to probably put gel on your waterline or something. But then it does come with an eyeliner brush, which is the very thin tapered brush. This looks really good actually. I should have tried this. And then last but not least, it comes with this big fluffy brush, which I suppose you could use for highlight if you wanted to. It does fit in that area. So yeah guys, that is the 5 brushes I didn't get to use, but I did use 10 out of the 15. Yeah, they should perform just like every other brush in this set. Super soft, and they definitely get the job done. Okay girlies, and I'm back with the final look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me tell you what is on my lips quickly. So I went in with the Colourpop lip liner in the shade K, which is their collaboration with Carucci, and then I went in with the Makeup Revolution My Sign lip gloss in the shade Capricorn, which is a really, really light nude. But I thought, of course, with my hair, with my eyes, so much going on, let me just go nude on the lips, and I absolutely love this combo. I 1000% recommend this brush set. For 10 quid you get 15 amazing brushes. They're really densely packed with bristles. They're not sparse. They're really, really soft. They're really not prickly at all. I know they're not the prettiest brushes. They are kind of just standard brushes, but they do the job and they get your makeup on flawlessly. So I mean, I'd rather have a standard looking brush, but it works, rather than something that's so pretty but it doesn't work on the face. So anyways, enough rambling from me. I hope you girlies have enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Definitely let me know if you want me to test some other brushes. Like, leave some links if you've seen some brushes on AliExpress or eBay that you want me to test. Please, nothing too expensive, because my bank account is already suffering from all of my AliExpress purchases. So yeah, definitely let me know if you have any recommendations, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.